going, everyone? It's Liam Carlson here, and we're venturing onto another episode of the Vampire Diaries. It's episode number 14 of season 3. Mother's here, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where things go for, I guess, the entire family, because as per the last episode, and I guess the ending of episode 12, we've got everyone awakened now, who was, you know, deep in slumber in terms of the originals. So yeah, but we found out who was in the mysterious coffin. So yeah, as well with the fact that it was quite an emotional episode, I would say, especially with the whole death of Caroline's father. Even though that like I said, I don't really share emotions in regards to, oh my god, we've lost Bill, but more so for Caroline's sake as well, especially with the fact that, you know, there was that option to save Bill, but ultimately he decided against it. So yeah, but it was really great stuff, as season 3 is just continuing to be epic. So yeah, why don't we get into this episode of the Vampire Diaries? It's episode number 40 of season 3. Let's go.
Have you talked to Caroline?
Yeah, she's holding it together considering how
Is
close
this
she
the
and her dad used to be.
killer look? Because there was an odd camera shot.
No. Sheriff Forbes said that there's no real suspects at all.
No real suspects whatsoever, and the killer is there. There we are. Oh, damn.
Rebecca. Surprise! You drove a dagger through my back.
Yeah, she's not gonna forget that. Ooh, Elijah! And she's like, what, Elijah, you too?
Who the hell are the Michelsons?
The original family.
Yeah.
So I'm bad enough they're moving into town, now they want a housewarming gift?
They're like, hey, all.
Note on the back. Elena, I think it's time that we finally meet. Esther.
Oh, this should be fun. This is gonna be glorious.
Father?
No. Call. But you're in my house.
Then perhaps we should go outside.
Oh, damn. You know what? I'm rooting for Cole. For some reason, Cole... I don't know. He's just has that, like, wholesome element to him. I don't know why.
Forgiveness is not a chore. It's a gift.
There you go.
Now, who are you bringing to the ball this evening?
She's just like, you know what? I don't have time for dramatics, and I don't have time for beef.
I wish you would reconsider.
What was this, him? Everyone's leaving shit on doorsteps today. What's next? Uber Eats, and they just go back to what they were in 2020 and just, you know, socially distance, leave the shit on the doorstep.
The locals.
Get over yourself, Elena. It's not all about you.
Oish. What's she gonna do with... Oh, no. Oh,
She's
no
inviting him to the
way.
ball.
Have we met?
I've met a lot of people. And you don't particularly stand out.
I don't know why, but Cole... He's kind of cute as well. But Cole is... Oh my god, David's just gonna be blown away.
And I'm not leaving until I find out what Esther wants, so...
Unless this is good for
Shall
him.
we?
I love that though. She's standing in the middle of both brothers. This is perfect. Oh Lord. Yeah. This is a ship I never anticipated, but here we are.
You look stunning if it isn't obvious.
Thank you.
Look, and Stefan's just like, how could this happen to me? Except, you know, he should not be asking that given his track record as of recent.
And why the hell are you here with Klaus?
Oh yeah, it's been complicated.
It's put Damon in the mood.
He's just looking out for me.
I think he needs to figure out that you can look out for yourself.
Oof. Just a little bit of spite there from Steph.
You trusted me. After all this, at least that hasn't changed.
Yep.
There's a date. What are we doing in here?
Oh my god, Stefan, that was brutal.
Oh, better hurry up. Won't be down for long.
I mean, Damon's gonna definitely feel an ounce of betrayal, but think of it like this. How many times have you killed Alaric?
Them and their ancestors who were with me on the other side.
So you've been on the other side for
So it's
1,000
like
years?
that collision with two
Nature's way of
bloodlines,
punishing me
really.
for turning my family into vampires. But there is a way for me to undo the evil I created.
I should fear
Everyone
Esther.
else killed-
Horses are the opposite of people. They're loyal. My father hunted.
I mean, so are
for
dogs,
1,000
to be
years, and
fair.
the closest he ever came.
Consider sitting down with your father and talking it out?
I'm afraid my relationship with my father was more complex.
I mean, that's what the
than yours.
originals need. They
Maybe
need
so.
therapy.
Union. But in truth, I've gathered them together to perform a ritual. The first step requires blood from the doppelganger.
This is all I was
Its
gonna say this
essence
is
would
all
be in
sounding like
champagne
familiar
toast floating
terrain
on
for
the sea.
Elena.
But tonight's spell links all my children together so that if one goes, they all go.
Oh shit!
What?
I love my family.
So
Elena,
one
but they are
so
an
one fall. Oh
abomination.
my god!
I betrayed nature when I created them.
Sheesh! So if one goes, the rest just falls like dominoes. Bloody hell!
You're a liability, brother.
I'm trying to keep her alive, Stefan.
Yeah, well, your emotions are getting in the way of our plan.
My emotions.
Wow, we really used that against
Maybe
Damon.
because you care too damn much.
Like Damon used against Stefan once upon a time ago.
Compel myself a Maserati? I would, but I can't.
Yeah, not everyone has a Mercedes-Benz or a Ferrari.
Thanks.
Oh boy, she's gonna have second thoughts about killing Matt.
Cheers.
What a dick! He's not gonna. He's not gonna. He's not gonna. Okay, maybe he is. Wait, did he actually take a sip or did he pretend sip? Like, because I'm not convinced. I'm not even drinking the coffee at the minute. Like.
Love you, so you assume that no one else will either. And that's why you compel people, or you sire them, or you try to buy them off. But that's not
That's
how
not
it works.
love.
You don't connect with people because you don't even try to understand them.
Oh, Caroline speaking some harsh truths there. I mean, he's got to learn that shit.
No, I'm mad at you because I love you.
Well, maybe that's the problem.
Oh, there we go. Right in her face. Right in her face.
No,
Oh no, Damon.
Oh, I got it, Elena.
Cole Michelson.
Oh no. Hey! Cole!
Hey, easy on the hand.
Guy's a quarterback.
Needs that. Oh shit. Oh!
Are you crazy?
Oh boy. Well, he's made a scene.
Maybe a little.
Huh. I mean, to be fair.
Far be it for me to cause a problem.
For your honest. Stop it. Stop.
No violence. That was
Stop
all
making
I
this
asked.
happen.
Rebecca and Cole.
When it is time, I will be ready to die.
Oh shit.
Then we must complete the link.
Okay.
Asmatus integrum calos causam nabendox.
I think he did take a sip of it. It just didn't look like it initially, but there you go.
She's right in the eye and lie to him about it.
Well, good. Can't say I'll be sorry to see any of them go.
I just signed their death sentences, Stefan.
No, you signed Klaus's death sentence, Elena.
Yeah, but if he dies, everyone else is gonna
Just
die. So
collateral damage.
It's not that simple.
damn. Okay, Stefan.
If I let myself care, all I feel is pain.
He has to shut it off completely and never care again. And it's I mean, that is painful in itself, really.
Look, Rebecca, you're really fun and pretty and all, but I really need you to leave me alone.
He's tired. Leave. Matt's been through it all. We always say poor Matt.
Rejected by the captain of the football team.
I'm just saying you should find someone a little more durable. That's all.
And who would that be?
Oh, God. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna go that way. Jeez. Holy shit. Not gonna lie, that's kind of hot. I don't know why, but I see the vision. It's kind of hot. I don't know. Well, that was fun. That was a load of fun. I feel like there's going to be complications in the plan to in Esther's plan. I mean, it just sucks. Like, imagine if there was, like, I mean, if there was an original with, you know, great intent and all of that, and you have this binding spell, and you just drag them down to hell, really. It's just like, oy. So, sucks for them, but I mean, I guess Stefan was right as well when it comes to, well, this family has caused nothing but agony, really. So, but I'm also thinking about back to what Klaus said in the last episode about how Stefan and Damon are you know, a bit dangerous for Elena. So, and you know, she should pursue that, you know, that normality. Well, what a steamy, eventful night I guess we've had in Mystic Falls. Yeah, Klaus kind of surprising me as well in some degree, because I wouldn't even say he was being problematic in this episode. So I feel like when it comes to relationships and all of that, he's still, I mean, he's been pretty much fighting. I mean, apart from I guess Elijah and Rebecca, there is this kind of hole in him in regards to not being able to properly love, and I feel like obviously it becomes at a big testament to his interactions with Caroline. So yeah, and I mean, there was that like little message that he sent after Caroline said you can't, you know, do this and do that. So yeah, and he said a nice thank you gift saying thank you for your honesty and all of that, and I felt like you could tell like Klaus was trying to battle, like he's trying to I feel like he's trying to showcase, you know, I do want what's best for you, but it's also frustrating because he's like, what do I do right? But he's never had something. I feel like he is, I don't know, I wouldn't say new to this, but he is in a sense in terms of feeling a certain kind of love that is not restrictive to family. So that can, you know, apply to a crush or a partner. It's something that he's never had before. So yeah. But his eyes are just sparkling for Caroline in this episode. So yeah. I mean, you saw how like he made the effort to get a dress for her, and he was stunned to see Caroline, and he was, you know, very fascinated about you know, I guess Caroline's interested in horses, hence the nice drawings. So yeah, but yeah. and it's so different because obviously, like I said, Klaus would usually be a problem, not in this episode. So instead of battling with Stefan in terms of their little dynamic that they have in this season of the Vampire Diary, he was battling with, I'd say, human emotions in this. So yeah, and it was just really, really nice stuff to see. So obviously with Caroline, she's not going to be too chipper, given the whole Tyler situation. But with Klaus, he is trying to make an effort to connect with Caroline, and it's kind of wholesome to see. It's kind of nice to see. So I am really loving this human take, I would say, for Klaus. It's just very interesting. But I am very intrigued to see where things are going to go with that dynamic. I mean, it shouldn't work, and yet it kind of does in a sense. So yeah. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see if things do hit off. If she one day gives up on Tyler and moves on to Klaus, because I can see it kind of does work. So and they did start off the vibes very strong, because like I said, that speech in the other episode where on Caroline's birthday, when she was dying, that speech was just gold. It was just very powerful stuff. Shivers. So just thinking about it, it's like, ooh. But yeah, and like I said, yeah, he did react in a bit of a annoyed way, but I think that's more so of a case of he doesn't know how to properly I guess compel someone without compelling them, if that makes sense. He can't properly showcase his dedication, his admiration without it blowing. Like he's gonna get frustrated because he's like, what am I doing wrong, etc. But he's never had this shit before. And in the past, I would say he would compel someone. But he's not doing that in this situation. He could do with Caroline. I mean, we know that he can. He could do that, but he's not doing that whatsoever. So, he's giving that free reign to Caroline, and it's just frustrating because how do I navigate this shit? So yeah, but yeah, very interesting stuff. As is the whole Stefan Damon Elena situation. So. Yeah. And the Rebecca and Matt situation as well was just very interesting because, yeah, I mean, I was so certain that, I mean, first off, Matt wasn't going to die in this episode. That was the plan. That was the play with Cole and Rebecca. And Cole is very attractive, by the way. I take back my comments about the fact that, oh, you know what, there's a kind of wholesome element. No, there isn't. But to be fair, we've barely gotten to know Cole for like 5 minutes. So, but there was just something about his voice and his looks, and it's like, yeah, he's great. But then he just wants he's game to kill. I mean, they are originals, yeah, sure. But we've warmed so much to Elijah, for example. So, it's not out of the realms of it can't be impossible. So yeah, but yeah, Rebecca getting a little bit of a soft spot for Matt, although Matt is tired. So I can't really blame him for telling Rebecca to shoo. So and we always say poor Matt on this channel because it's true. So but yeah, I mean he was it was really, really a great moment of growth for Rebecca, to not kill Matt, because obviously she was only going to kill Matt in spite of Elena, because Elena stabbed her. So, but she grew a bit of intrigue to Matt, and thus shied away from entertaining the idea. So, she knows that Matt is a decent human being, really, and. I think with the fact that Rebecca can appreciate that, it's like, why can't there be, any more decent people out there, I guess. So yeah, because that's it though. He did nothing wrong. He was just, I guess to quote Stefan, collateral damage for what Elena did. But even she grew a sense of that humanity, and she was like, you know what, Matt's a decent dude. I don't know why I should be, entertain the idea of killing him. So yeah, but yeah. And the whole situation with Stefan, Elena, and Damon, very tasty stuff. Damon had to be taken out of the equation, I guess, because he was being very protective. So yeah, I mean, it's just very interesting because they're both going now certain ways in order to make sure that Elena has safety. I mean, obviously with Stefan, it's a very cold way because his ideals are emotionless, and it prioritizes around killing Klaus. So she wants to confront Esther, and there is this whole idea of Esther, which we'll get onto in a moment, planning to unite them all in death. Damon is very, very he's, funnily enough, he's being very overprotective, and I love the whole switcheroo that we have going on here in regards to Damon and Stefan's attitudes, because if you go back to, I think it was it was even like earlier this season, I think, where Damon's like, I'm not going to be Stefan, stop trying to make me like Stefan, etc., etc. And you have him essentially being Stefan, or at least what Stefan used to be all about, and vice versa, where there's that coldness from Stefan that Damon would have exhibited in season 1. That I was like, oh, I was not too pleased about that Damon in season 1. So, and he's being very, very protective and all of that. But again, Elena is able to make her own decisions, and she decided a way, really. So yeah, but he's just being pained in this episode. So yeah, and with Stefan, with that admission that I don't want to feel anything because it would hurt, and I'm subscribing to that idea. It kind of does hurt Elena for Stefan to admit that. So, but also, I feel like it's also, well, I say hurt not in a very damaging way, but Elena's also like Elena, as she reaffirmed in this episode when Caroline was a bit miffed. She didn't even say shit about her and Damon kissing. Caroline was told by Elena that, I still haven't processed anything. And then Damon said, flat out says, I love you. And yeah, it was very, very, it's going to be paining her very, very much because she's wanting Stefan to feel, and she's got Damon admitting that, and it's like, yeah, so yeah, and that's it though. He was being very protective over his and he was being very protective with his love for Elena, sparking so much. So, and it's very, very great to see. And that moment he said it, I'm like, oh, so yeah. But it makes sense, I guess, at the end of the day, especially with like. And I do get it as well because I was firmly not sure where to feel about Esther, and I'm still keeping a tab on those vibes, because I mean Esther's got this plan cooked up, and it seems like she's not only subscribing to the idea of uniting all the originals in death, but also Finn is he's like, yeah, the originals has had a good run, but I think it's time to perma end the bloodline, funnily enough. But yeah, it seems like she is keeping her ideals intact. So Yeah, although I do feel like there is something there is, because I don't know, there's always something when it comes to the Vampire Diaries. I'm always thinking, okay, well, shit's gonna surely hit the fan. Although that might be with Elijah, because I was like, because obviously he was being very, very suspicious when Elena went to confront Elijah. And then there was that moment where I'm like, did he drink it all? And like, I wasn't expecting him to down it or whatever, sure. But there was just something with the way that he tipped his glass. It was like, you know what? I'm just going to pretend to drink, right? Yeah, like, nice. There was just something, I don't know. I think the second time we saw when obviously Esther was connecting the bloodline and all of that, I think we got a bit, I don't know, it was just something about that initial shot, and not just that though, but the kind of the kind of dubious attitude that Elijah had. There was something that made me think, oh, he's not going to take the drink, everyone else is fine because no one's the wiser really, but Elijah has suspicions and he's going to be like, yeah, sure, I'm just going to pretend to drink. So yeah, I might need to see that again because, yeah, but that was the first thing that crept into my mind. That, like, he didn't drink it, did he? So, but we'll have to wait and see because Esther might, you know, she's already starting to have doubts, I'm sensing, with the fact that, you know, she did talk about Elijah and, you know, how, you know, great he is, basically. So yeah, and Elijah is good, he's great, so we love Elijah. And I'm low-key hoping this spell doesn't work because of Elijah. So he just came back, for crying out loud. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing where things are going to go in regards to you know, this whole plan really to take down the bloodline. So yeah, but it was a really, really entertaining episode. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, and until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time.